This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So as many of you know, those of you who follow me on Twitter likely know, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's a good time. You should go over there and follow me on the Twitter. But for those of you who do know, I was blocked by Donald Trump on Twitter about, there was September 23rd, 2017, so 2 years and 8 months ago. Almost 3 years ago, I was blocked by Donald Trump on Twitter. And I did get unblocked. It's hard to keep a secret in what a video is about because you got the title right there. But I was unblocked just yesterday by Donald Trump on Twitter. A court forced him to. And I met the criteria that they came to have me unblocked. But I want to talk about what got me blocked, the company that I'm in, and exactly what this lawsuit is, and really what it points to in Donald Trump not being a champion for the First Amendment, not being a champion for freedom of speech. September 23rd, 2017, like I said, Donald Trump tweeted at 6:50 a.m., Arizona had a 116% increase in Obamacare premiums last year, with deductibles very high. Chuck Schumer sold John McCain a bill of goods. Sad. To which I responded, oddly enough, I'm getting blocked over something related to John McCain. I just did a video about some of that stuff, but 3 minutes later, I tweeted, John McCain has done more for this nation than you could ever dream to accomplish in several of your worthless lifetimes. And apparently, if you're wondering, trying to do the calculus in your head to figure out what it takes to get blocked by the sitting president of the United States of America on Twitter, who seemingly would have too much to do to worry about what some YouTube nobody, some podcast nobody on the internet has to say, he blocked me. So I woke up the next morning and I tweeted did a screenshot video on my iPhone and said that this video is proof I'm living my best life, that Donald Trump took time from being president of the United States to block me on Twitter. And I am among a group, illustrious or not, problematic or not. You may not be fans of them. Some of them I'm not fans of. But I'm in this cohort of individuals who Donald Trump is so thin-skinned that he blocked them on Twitter as well. Chrissy Teigen, Stephen King, the horror writer, Rosie O'Donnell, Vote Vets, the Veterans Advocacy Group. Donald Trump couldn't handle policy recommends from them. He blocked them on Twitter. Bess Kalb, who is a writer for Jimmy Kimmel Live, and dozens and dozens and dozens others. This is the weakness that we have in the Oval Office. It is so strange to me that these MAGA Americans, these MAGA hat-wearing doofuses, look upon Donald Trump as though he is gritty and hard, like granite, just a man. And he can't handle a little ribbing on Twitter. He can't handle when citizens express their viewpoints, exerting and demonstrating and practicing their First Amendment right under the Constitution of this great country. Our freedom of speech that shall not be abridged. Well, the Knight First Amendment Institute out of Columbia University, they took on this case. In fact, 2 separate judges ruled in this case that Donald Trump was indeed violating citizens' rights by blocking them on Twitter, because Sean Spicer, in the early days of Donald Trump's presidency, said anything from that Twitter account is an official statement from the White House, is an official statement from the President of the United States. So by blocking me, he is taking away my ability to redress government, to communicate with my leaders. Because when he blocks me, it's not just me not being able to see his tweets, it's him not being able to see mine. So I want to talk a little bit about the Knight First Amendment Institute and what they stand for, because they are responsible for me and many others being able to see Donald Trump's tweets and have full First Amendment rights related to this wannabe autocrat. From their website. The Knight First Amendment Institute was established in 2016 by Columbia University and the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation to safeguard free expression in the shifting landscape of the digital age. Our litigation, research, and public education programs focus on new manifestations of long-standing threats to freedom of speech and the press, and the many novel challenges arising from evolving technologies, the privatization of the public square, the expansion of the surveillance state, the steady creep of government secrecy, the demonization of the media by the nation's most senior officials, the aggregation of massive amounts of personal data in the hands of private corporations, machine-amplified distortions of public discourse. These are just some of the challenges to the free expression system on which our democracy depends, and the kind of challenges we are working to understand and address. We seek in all our work to be a vibrant community, a generator of new ideas, and a leading defender of free expression rights in the courts. And like I said, they took this case to court on behalf of a number of people. I wasn't in the original lawsuit. And two separate courts ruled against Donald Trump. From their website, the lawsuit is described as, the lawsuit maintains that the real Donald Trump account is a quote-unquote public forum under the First Amendment, from which the government may not exclude people based simply on their views. It also claims that the White House is violating the 7 individual plaintiffs' First Amendment rights to petition their government, and that by purging critics from the @Real Donald Trump account, the White House is depriving those who remain in the public forum the opportunity to hear critical voices. And so, the court ruled in favor of the plaintiffs. They ruled against Donald Trump. There was an initial ruling, and then a federal appeals court upheld that lower court ruling. This is the status of the lawsuit, again, from their website. Decided on July 9th, 2019, and petition for rehearing denied on March 23rd, 2020. In a 3-0 decision, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit affirmed the district court's holding that President Trump's practice of blocking critics from his Twitter account violates the First Amendment. Again, let's put that in perspective. The President of the United States blocking me and others violated the First Amendment. So go ahead, MAGA trolls. Tell me again how Donald Trump is a champion of the Constitution, when multiple courts are ruling that he violated mine and others' First Amendment rights, the Constitution, that all of you claim to adhere yourselves to honor, to venerate, to support and defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Hypocrites. The court denied rehearing en banc by a vote of 7-2, and en banc means the whole court, not just the panel. The whole court heard this argument and ruled against Donald Trump. So what happened was, after some back and forth with the Knight Institute, I gave them permission to communicate with the Department of Justice, and they graciously did so. And then just 2 nights ago, I happened to be on Twitter and started seeing people that were retweeting Donald Trump, which is something I haven't seen for almost 3 years. I have not seen him in my feed, not been able to communicate, not been able to tweet at the President of the United States. It's effectively like having, I can't email, or if they block my phone number, I'm not allowed to call the White House. Again, tell me more about how Donald Trump is some gracious respecter of the Constitution. So, I'm going to be able to go back in there and see wonderful, adult, responsible tweets like this one. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. He's got one of the highest IQs, but he can't punctuate a simple tweet correctly because he is a dipshit. Donald Trump is a moron. He is a thin-skinned weakling, a coward, balled up under his desk, sucking his thumb, looking for a way out. He's not a tough guy. He doesn't even fake being a tough guy well. Sad. Anyway, like I said, I am on the Twitter. I'm at Dollemore. If you want to read more tweets that may possibly get me blocked from Donald Trump. And look, I'm not blocked by a bunch of people. There's a few who have blocked me. Joel Osteen, the charlatan mega church founder or pastor. He's blocked me. Eric Bolling, the dick pic taker from Fox News, or formerly of Fox News, he blocked me. But not a bunch. Not a bunch. In fact, I don't block people on Twitter. Look at this. Here's from my Twitter account. This is how many people I have blocked on Twitter. Yeah. 0. Because it is, for me, not a policy that I want to go and start. Who am I that I can't see certain ideas? It's weakness, especially on the part of the President of the United States. Anyway, what do you think? Are you on Twitter? And if so, why are you not following me already? All right, I'm going to go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'd love to know what you think. 714-576-4054. Email me daily at dollemore.com. You can email me a voice memo from your smartphone to daily at dollemore.com. And then as I always finish, look, I want to tell everybody to be genuine. These are tough times we're in. This video wasn't super serious. I mean, there is some very real ramifications from a leader of our country violating the Constitution wantonly, brazenly. But, it was really more of a difficulty in my workflow than it was hurting my feelings. But it did, without a doubt, absolutely, the court has ruled, violate my First Amendment rights. Anyway, be genuine, take care of one another, and I'll see you next time.